Welcome back to Sikho German, Lektion 9, and we're continuing our journey through German cases. In the last lesson, we learned about the nominative case, the subject of a sentence. If you haven't watched it yet, please review the lecture on the nominative case first. Today, we're learning the accusative case, which is the direct object. This is one of the 4 German cases, and it's incredibly important because it appears in almost every sentence with an action verb. Let me explain what the accusative case is. The accusative case is used for the direct object, in other words, the thing or person that receives the verb's action. And what is the direct object? The direct object is what or whom the subject is acting upon. It's the target or recipient of the action being performed. Let's look at some examples to make this crystal clear. But before that, if you are new here, hit the subscribe button for upcoming lectures. Here's our first example. In German, we ask, Was siehst du? What do you see? And the answer is, Ich sehe den Hund. I see the dog. Notice something important. Den Hund is in the accusative case. Der Hund, nominative, the subject, becomes den Hund, accusative, the direct object. The article changed. That's the key difference we need to learn today. Here's another example. Der Junge isst einen Apfel. The boy eats an apple. Der Junge, the boy, is the nominative subject. He's doing the action. Einen Apfel, an apple, is the accusative direct object. It's receiving the action of being eaten. Notice, ein Apfel becomes einen Apfel in accusative.
Now, let's look at how articles change in the accusative case. This is the most important part to memorize because it affects almost every accusative sentence you create. Here's the comparison between nominative and accusative for definite articles. Masculine, nominative, der, accusative, den. Feminine, nominative, die, accusative, die, no change. Neuter, nominative, das, accusative, das, no change. Plural, nominative, die, accusative, die, no change. Notice, only the masculine article changes, from der to den. All the others stay the same. Let's see this in action. Ich sehe den Mann. I see the man. The masculine noun Mann changes from nominative der to accusative den. Ich höre die Frau. I hear the woman. The feminine noun stays die, no change in accusative. Ich habe das Buch. I have the book. The neuter noun stays das, no change in accusative. And ich liebe die Katzen. I love the cats. Plural stays die, no change.
Now for the indefinite articles, a or an. Here's how they change. Masculine, nominative, ein, accusative, einen. Feminine, nominative, eine, accusative, eine, no change. Neuter, nominative, ein, accusative, ein, no change. Plural, nominative, none, no indefinite plural, accusative, none, no indefinite plural. Again, only masculine changes from ein to einen. All others stay the same. For example, ich sehe einen Hund, or I see a dog. Masculine, ein Hund, becomes einen Hund in accusative. Ich habe eine Katze, or I have a cat. Feminine stays eine, no change. Ich kaufe ein Auto, or I'm buying a car. Neuter stays ein, no change in accusative.
Now let's talk about which verbs use the accusative case. These are the verbs you'll use most often with accusative objects. Haben, to have. Sehen, to see. Hören, to hear. Kennen, to know. Kaufen, to buy. Lieben, to love. All of these verbs take direct objects in the accusative case. Here are some example sentences with accusative verbs. Ich habe einen Stift. I have a pen. The verb haben takes an accusative object, einen Stift, accusative masculine. Sie liebt den Film. She loves the movie. The verb lieben takes an accusative object, den Film, accusative masculine. Wir kaufen einen Tisch. We are buying a table. The verb kaufen takes an accusative object, einen Tisch, accusative masculine, table.
Now let's look at personal pronouns in the accusative. These changes are even more dramatic than the articles. Let's see the difference between pronouns in the nominative and accusative. Ich, I, mich, me. Du, you, dich, you. Sie, you formal, sie, you formal. He, ihn, him. Sie, she, sie, her. Es, it, Wir, we, uns, us. Ihr, you informal plural, euch, you. Sie, they, sie, them. Notice, most pronouns change completely. Ich becomes mich, du becomes dich, becomes ihn, etc. Let's use these in sentences. Ich sehe dich. I see you, informal. The pronoun du changes to accusative, dich. Kennt mich. He knows me. The pronoun ich changes to accusative, mich. Wir hören ihn. We hear him. The pronoun changes to accusative, ihn. Sie besucht uns. She visits us. The pronoun we changes to accusative, uns.
Now it's time for exercise. I'm going to show 5 sentences. Pause the video and try to answer it using the given hint. Now let's check the answer. How many you got right? Let me summarize the key points about the accusative case. First, nominative is the subject, who does the action. Accusative is the direct object, who or what receives the action. Second, in the accusative case, only masculine articles and pronouns change significantly. Feminine, neuter, and plural articles mostly stay the same. Third, for definite articles, der becomes den in accusative for masculine nouns. All others stay the same. Fourth, for indefinite articles, a/an, ein becomes einen in accusative for masculine nouns. All others stay the same. Fifth, personal pronouns change much more dramatically in accusative. You need to memorize these. Ich becomes mich, du becomes dich, becomes ihn, etc. Sixth, many verbs use the accusative. Haben, sehen, hören, kennen, kaufen, lieben are just a few examples. The key rule, ask yourself who or what is receiving the action. That's your accusative object. Fantastic! You now understand the accusative case, one of the most essential and frequently used cases in German. The accusative case shows up in countless sentences because it's how we express what we're doing, too. This is a huge milestone in your German journey. Keep learning with Sikho German. You're building real mastery of German grammar. The accusative case combined with the nominative case means you can now form complete sentences about actions. If this lesson helped you master the accusative case, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, bell, so you don't miss the next grammar lesson.
Also, share it with your friends learning German and leave a comment with an accusative sentence you've created. Thank you so much for learning with Sikho German today. Your commitment to mastering German grammar is incredible. I'll see you in the next lesson where we learn more cases. Bis bald, auf Wiedersehen.